Hello and welcome. My name is Aditi Chopra, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my startup business, Fresh Foodys. So currently a very large-scale problem in the world is food wastage, and is especially predominant in the United States specifically. As a matter of fact, 40% of food in the US goes wasted annually, and $218 billion is spent per year on wasted food. Now, on the bottom left of this page, you see a graphic of the environmental impact of the large-scale food wastage. So 21% of US water is used, 19% of fertilizer, and 18% of cropland, and 21% of landfill volume is used up on wasted food. And 52.4 million tons are sent to landfills, and 10.1 million tons of on-farm losses are seen in terms of food waste. So through this graphic, we can see how even the large-scale amount of food waste affects the environmental depletion of natural resources. Now, food is thrown out for a number of reasons, but most commonly is because of scarring on the shells, like you can see in the almonds in this image, or miscoloring, or off-sizing, so it's either too big or too small, or misshaping, it just comes out abnormal. Or sometimes it just doesn't live up to the expectations of the buyers, so it is subsequently thrown out. Now this leads us to my brand, Fresh Foodys. Now my business is a weekly subscription-based grocery delivery service that reclaims organically sourced food that was to be wasted, packages it, and then ships it to our loyal consumers. So it's essentially based on a 3-key-step process. First, our customers would choose their preferred grocery plan. They would pick out what date they want their food delivered each week. They would then pick out their groceries, and their groceries can be remembered, so if they don't want to have to go and do it every single week, they can just keep the plan they normally use, and then they could go in and change that to add products or delete products. And then we deliver their products, we hand deliver their products to their door on the date previously established. So some problems we aim to fix, other than, of course, food waste, include lack of nutrition. Around 820 million people are malnourished around the world. Malnourishment has many long-term impacts on the body. Some short-term effects include stress, fatigue, and our capacity to work. Some long-term impacts include the development of diseases such as obesity, tooth decay, high blood pressure, digestion problems, skin disorders, stunted or defective bone growth, or even dementia. As far as delivery and convenience goes, grocery shopping is often seen as tedious, exhausting, and time-consuming. As a matter of fact, I looked into one such survey conducted, where 55% of those surveyed experienced at least one problem in stores they had visited. Publix, which is predominantly seen as very unproblematic, as very good, experienced 29% had encountered any single problem, and with Walmart, 83% of shoppers found at least one issue. So we can see how even with the least problematic Publix, a very large number of consumers are still finding problems. And looking at the answers they surveyed, it's often because they had to go in and buy it themselves, making it tedious, exhausting, and time-consuming. As far as packaging waste goes, 82.2 million tons of waste was generated in just last year alone. And the accumulated packaging waste affects many world issues, including pollution to the environment, climate change, and the suffering of land and marine animals. As a matter of fact, packaging waste can get into the ocean, where marine life can choke on it and subsequently die as a result. Now, starvation. 690 million people suffer from chronic undernourishment as of just last year. And as we previously established, food waste is a very large-scale problem. So we've seen how a very large amount of food gets wasted, yet people continue to starve. So it is obvious that the planet produces more than enough food for everybody to be fed, yet millions continue to go hungry. And it is important to note that because of this uneven food distribution, the vast majority of those starving are often in lower developed countries. So we will be competing in the food industry, where revenue amounted to $8.7 trillion in 2020 alone. A market is expected to grow annually at around 6% by 2030. And grocery products make up 38% of the industry, making grocery products specifically a $3 trillion industry. So our primary target consumer will be millennials, so anyone from the age of 24 to 39. And we picked millennials because they are often cautious consumers, they're globally aware, they tend to be more charitable, and they're healthier, all of which are key factors in what makes Fresh Foodys itself. And millennials often reside in major cities. And our secondary target consumers are Asians or Latinos specifically. And we picked these particular ethnicities due to the fact that they're shown to purchase organic foods and vegetables like the ones we sell, mostly due to cultural preferences. Now, how do we stand out? First, we are the first subscription food box that combats all forms of unethical waste and treatment. We have healthy, non-toxic products, friendly packaging materials. We do hunger donations. We have environmentally friendly products that appeal to our target customer. We have fast delivery service, and we place an emphasis on our individual customers and community. And some of the things I just mentioned, I have not gone over yet, and I'll go on to talk more about that. But we are distinctive in that we deliver organic, environmentally friendly products while valuing both the customer and the community with a rarely significant goal of reducing food waste. Now, some of the solutions to the things I talked about before, food waste. Obviously, we can't solve something as large scale as that, but what we do is we reach out to farmers who will give us food which was meant to be thrown out in exchange for a portion of the revenue made from their produce. We then replenish and then resell these foods so that they don't go wasted. As far as delivery and convenience goes, we have a customer decided plan which delivers groceries weekly to their doorstep so they don't have to go anywhere. Packaging waste. Boxes are made from 100% recycled fiber, and all the ink and glue are non-toxic and biodegradable. And we have systems set up where customers can donate their boxes, or they can go to local U-Hauls to donate it there. And as far as lack of nutrition goes, our products only contain quality ingredients which are approved by a tasting panel. They do not contain genetically modified ingredients, any monosodium glutamate, which is a flavor enhancer, any partially hydrogenated oils, artificial trans fat, any marketing costs, artificial flavors, or any preservatives. As far as starvation goes, obviously, again, we can't solve something as large scale as that. But what we are doing is that we are going to be teaming up with multiple nonprofit organizations, one of which is Meals on Wheels. We have Feast for All and City Harvest, all of which will work to deliver meals across the world. So for every 7 boxes that we sell, we will donate 1 box to one of these charities. So as far as distribution goes, we will be utilizing a direct channel because our customers prefer the ease of shopping online and direct delivery. And this kind of goes back into the survey I was talking about before about how customers have shown to loathe having to go out and buy their groceries weekly by themselves. So we create this distribution channel of hand delivering to the doors itself for the satisfaction of the customers, the ease of the customers. Now, as far as selling goes, we will be selling through an efficient and secure website where customers can pay either through credit, debit, or even PayPal, with, of course, no cancellation fees for the ease of the customers that they're not locked into the subscription-based plan. As far as our advertising goes, we will be using 3 key metrics. We have social media, word of mouth, and websites. Now, on the right here, we can see some of the images of what our website will look like. So since we have created a predominantly online presence, we will also optimize search results for keywords by paying $20 a day to Google Ads for their search engine. So as far as the revenue model goes, we will be using a subscription-based revenue stream where customers choose weekly products and are allowed a certain number of weekly skips. As far as the lifetime value goes, the customer lifetime value is $7,002.03. Which is relatively low considering how much people spend in regular grocery stores. So here in this table below, we can see the predicted revenue model by month. And this happens annually, or the first year that we are in business, in fact, and it grows by 5% each month. As far as customer acquisition costs go, I've organized this by each method and the cost per unit. So for social media, we only expect for the first 4 months, or not expect, but as far as this goes, we predict for the first 4 months, we will be spending $855 per month So because the first 4 months are crucial to building up brand recognition, creating a total of $3,420. Our website will be a one-time thing, of course, of $500 setup cost. And as far as advertisement goes, currently we're only amounting for 5 advertisements of $1,000 and $878 per ad, with a total of $9,390. So as far as the distribution cost goes, the average shipping costs are $4.85, with each box being 75 cents, bringing us to a total of $5.60 for the distribution cost per each box. We will continuously be tracking customer loyalty, productivity, and gross margins to allow us to understand areas of improvement. We will be closely monitoring the number of customers canceling their subscription and as to why they're doing so. To ensure customer loyalty remains around at 90%, we will ensure on-time weekly delivery and assurance in promises. Because that is crucial to satisfying our customers, we will be observing gross profit margins to allow us to manage overhead expenses and unnecessary costs accordingly. Our business cannot be copied because we are the only brand to lead in the modernization of organic, ethically sourced foods, which understands the significance and the harms of food waste. So now this brings us to the loan. We request a one-time estimated $850,000 in funds. The loan will be paid off over a 4-year period with a 6% interest rate to accumulate a total of $1,054,000. And as a founder, I will provide $150,000 myself in order to show my commitment and trust to this business. And here's the bibliography. So around this time, I would probably ask you if you had any questions. I can't do so because we're doing this unorthodox this year. Hopefully I did answer your questions. And thank you so much for your time and for listening. Thank you.